Hey everyone, I'm Tomo. Today I'm going to be talking about a new project I've created called Terminally Online. Basically, it's a website that allows people to learn how to use their terminal by typing commands interactively on a website. So I recently posted this project on Reddit and it received quite a good amount of attention, a lot of feedback, a lot of comments. I appreciate all of those. And so today I wanted to show the project and also some of the changes that I've made. Before doing that, I just want to show why I've created this, because some people may be wondering, why would you want to create the terminal as a website when the terminal doesn't require any graphical interface for an input? Well, the reason why is because most people, the first time they open up a terminal, they'll see something like this. Essentially an empty black screen, which can be quite intimidating when you don't know how to use it or what even to use it for. So my insight here is to use a website with some graphical elements that can help guide the users, kind of like the training wheels, before they can graduate from that into using the real thing or going into use other tools to learn more deeply about the terminal. So this is what people will see when they go on the website. They can choose their operating system and learn some background information. And then from here, they can see all of the available chapters, which teach the various types of topics and types of commands that they might be using on a regular basis. So for example, if we go into the Getting Started section and go to Shell Basics, then this first tutorial will tell them about how to enter commands. For example, commands have flags and arguments, and then it will tell them step by step some of the basic commands they might be using. For example, echo hello, and then echo hello world, and then who am I, host name, PWD, and then we start to go deeper and deeper. This is kind of split into different levels, from the getting started to the real world skills, such as commands for Nginx or for Docker, things that I'm personally using in my daily work as an AI engineer. And then past that, we have some more open-ended challenges where rather than telling people what to do step by step, they're given broader objectives and need to figure out the commands they need themselves. Based on some of the feedback, I decided to add this new chapter called Customize Your Shell, since one of the main benefits of using the terminal is the configuration and personalization that you can do. So for example, you can change the terminal emulator itself by changing the themes, or you could alias things or do things to the shell, which would personalize it further. I've now also added man pages for every command. So for example, here we have the make directory command. If I do man make dir, then it will tell me a little bit about this command. So this is getting better at simulating more of a real terminal. The challenge sections, on the other hand, are new chapters I've introduced, which are designed to be less prescriptive than the ones beforehand. So we assume that the user has learned basic commands at this point, and now we want to actually challenge or test their knowledge by achieving objectives rather than going step by step. So in this case, we don't tell them at all what commands to use in order to complete the step, and they need to sort of figure it out themselves. Although if they're still stuck, they can just type solution to get the solution for this step. Lastly, I've made a small accessibility enhancement where the user can always click these buttons to change the font size inside the terminal. This just helps to improve the legibility, so it's always easy to see what you're typing or what you're reading from the screen. Lastly, I was thinking a lot about how people normally learn better when they have multiple different tools or different resources that they can use simultaneously, and their learning begins to overlap between all of them. So I wanted to support users graduating from this platform to using other tools or finding other resources that they can continue learning with. So for that reason, once the chapters have all been completed, or the user completes the Getting Started section, then they will get a graduation certificate, and they'll also see a bunch of links to some other cool websites which people have told me about or I've used for my own learning journey, such as W3 Schools or Command Challenge. So if anyone has more feedback about this, feel free to go to the About This project and give feedback. And also, if you want to support me, because this is totally free and just made for the purpose of learning and to help other people learn, feel free to go to this link here and you can make a donation. So that's everything. I hope that people are willing to give this a try and also to continue to give really cool feedback. I'll be sharing this online, and feel free to let me know how it goes. And if you run into any issues, so I can help make this better and better and better. Yeah, peace.